Hey, what's going on? Paul Farmer here. This is Freedom Project Live. Let's see, do I have my? Let me see here. There we go. How are you doing this morning? Freedom Project Live. So what I like to do on these is share with you basically my online marketing journey and give you tips. I've been marketing for 7+ years, and I just like to go over what works, what you can do that works, that will start creating income in your life, more income for you. Go over mindset, just whatever I feel can benefit you, bring value to you. That's what I cover. Now I haven't done these in a little bit of time. I don't do them as much as I used to. I've been focusing on some other things, but I do still like to come on and give value when I have value to give. Okay, so today I'm going to share something with you. Okay, so one of the things I do is I like to watch the show Gold Rush Whitewater. I've mentioned this in the past. And here's the thing, like these guys, so we're all, let's just think about this, okay? We're all sitting on a gold mine right now. We're all sitting on a gold mine. We have social media when it comes to online business, right? So we have social media, which has billions of people on it. And like Grant Cardone says, who has my money? People have your money. Our commodity is people, right? So we have people literally at our fingertips. We do not need to leave the house. We do not need to go anywhere to communicate with people. Thanks to social media, I'm able to make this video thanks to social media. So literally, we're sitting on a gold mine. All you need is something to share that could solve the problem of someone else, and you're off and running. Okay. The next part of that is you need to put it in front of people. And there's a lot of ways to go about doing that. And there's very complicated ways, and there's very simple ways of doing it. I prefer the simple route. I prefer to remove all the barriers. But let me get back to that. Okay. So we're all sitting on a gold mine. The thing about a gold mine is you have to dig up the gold. You have to find the gold. So in the show Gold Rush, if you don't know what it is, I believe it's on Discovery. I think it's on the Discovery Channel. I always watch the recordings. They literally spend, thousands upon thousands of dollars every single day and work around the clock for like 6 months straight, around the clock, to produce gold, to dig up all this gold, right? They have to find where the gold is. So they got to do like test drilling, and they have to find where it's at. Hopefully they're on it, right? And then once they feel they're in a good spot, then they start the process of digging. Now they got to set everything up. So they got to set up these huge trommels, right? These huge wash plants, massive, $500,000. Just massive things. And it takes like a week at least to set it up. They got to pay for diesel on these massive trucks and these massive excavators. It's just a major overtaking, right? Is it undertaking or overtaking? I don't know. But it's massive work, right? But they're on a gold mine, right? So you would think, oh, well, as they're on a gold mine, they got to get all the overburden. So all the dirt above has to go so they can get down to the bedrock where the gold is. So it's just a massive thing, and massive overhead. We're talking thousands and thousands of dollars a day they are spending. So just massive overhead, massive overhead. Unlike online marketing, an online business that has a teeny tiny overhead, teeny tiny. And then I'm watching this other show. It's called Gold Rush Whitewater. Okay, now this one is even more extreme because they are in actual whitewater and they are diving. So they have to cross a ravine. They have to what do you call it? Oh man, what's it called? I can't think right now. They literally have to zip line. That's what it's called. Zip line across hundreds of this big, huge hole, big gap, hundreds of feet down, they could fall, die, then they have to rappel down a cliff just to get down to where they're mining in 33-degree weather where they're dredging. Okay. They have to go into this white water by a waterfall and dig down where boulders could fall on them, trees could come through. I mean, this is just super dangerous, life threatening. What they're doing over in the Yukon is nothing compared to that. Plus, they're in bear country. There's nobody around. It's just them and bears. So super dangerous. They've spent thousands and thousands of dollars to be able to do this. And on the last episode I was watching, they made a total of $1,400. A total of $1,400. And they were excited. This was like a big payday. And this is working around the clock every day of the week. $1,400. They've spent thousands of dollars to get to this point. They've had to get a helicopter to bring everything over. That's a pretty penny. Not cheap. Okay. Going into debt. Basically, they work hard in the off season to make enough money so they can come out and gold mine. My point here is this. Now, they could go, and I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't seen the other episodes, but they could go and do very well. Or they could earn nothing. Now, let's look at online marketing here. We are sitting on a gold mine. Literally, social media is a gold mine. There are people literally everywhere. We're sitting on a gold mine. I was listening to an interview this morning. I heard two stories. Two stories I'm going to share with you right now. Absolutely incredible stories. First one was a 17-year-old. It went from $0 to $30,000 in 30 days. Then he went to, I think it was 50 or 60,000 in 6 weeks. I think it was 50,000. 50,000 in 6 weeks. Okay, a 17-year-old. We're out here. There are so many people out here that have been struggling for years and years and years and years and years and years. What's the difference? The difference with this 17-year-old was he didn't have all the programming that most of us have. He didn't have to overcome all that programming. He was just teachable. He got into a program called Millionaire Mentoring, and he listened and he followed what was taught. And that's why he had that success. Another story, I was listening to an interview. A 17-year-old, again, a 17-year-old went from $0. Now, I don't know if he was 17. He might have been 18 when this happened. But $0 to $100,000 in 4 months. Again, going through the same exact program, Millionaire Mentoring. Now, is this like rare? Does this not happen very often? Yeah, it doesn't happen very often because most people are not teachable. Most people are not coachable. Most people are holding on to ideas that they have that have gone to where they're at, including myself. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, including myself. Okay. I'm a stubborn person. So it takes me time to become teachable. But when you hear these stories, when you see these things happening, and the thing about it is they didn't use any paid marketing to do this. So, and they didn't have hardly any money. They did what they could to get started. And these are just two stories. There are tons of stories of people that have gone through this program and have absolutely changed their lives, been completely dead broke, like completely the verge of like catastrophe. I mean, just very, very bad situation, but they found a way to get started. They decided to be coachable, teachable, and they changed their lives. So my question to you is, why couldn't you do that too? Why couldn't you? This is the route I took, and it's the route I don't advise doing. If you're doing this right now, stop and find someone that has the results you want and learn from them. Stop trying to figure out on your own. So my first 2 years, I tried to figure out my own. And it was a disaster. I didn't make hardly any money. I struggled and struggled and struggled. It was a frustrating time. Maybe you relate. I don't know. But, fast forward to today, I'm not going to go through my whole journey, but fast forward to today, I have learned that we have to learn from people that have the success that we want. Simple as that. It is the fastest way to get there. Now, this is what I get from people. I can't afford it. Okay. So right there, because the cost honestly isn't that much. It isn't that much compared to other coaching programs. So I hired a coach a while ago, and it wasn't as little as this. Okay. It was quite a bit more than this. And to me, it's like, okay, so you have the potential of literally changing your life if you just step into your faith, step in faith, release that fear, make that decision that now is the time. Now is this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do whatever it takes to change my life for the better. I'm going to be teachable. And when you do that, that opens things up for you. Okay. When you don't do that, when you're like, oh no, you know what? I can't afford it, so I'm going to figure it out on my own. Or, oh no, you know what? I'm smart enough to figure it out. Or oh no, I got this other guy showing me stuff. That other guy doesn't have track records of success stories from people that have been dead broke to now are just absolutely crushing it, absolutely have changed their lives. If they don't have that kind of story, then you probably shouldn't be following them. That's not going to get you to where you want to go. So what I'm doing is getting out of my own way, and I'm directing you to Millionaire Mentoring. I'm directing you to multimillionaires, trainers, mentors that have proven track records that will help you to get out of your own way, to release your ego, release your pride, and do simple things that will help you start earning. Okay. And it's a process. It's a process. Not everybody goes through it as quickly as 30 days. Some people, it takes them a while. Some people, it takes them a year to surrender their pride and ego. But at some point, you get to a breaking point where you're just like, you know what? I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. And you surrender that ego. I promise you, you are sitting on a gold mine right now. What you need is a wealth vehicle, and then you need the proper training to get you where you want to go. Then you need to apply that training, and you'll be consistent with that training. And when you do that, things will change for you. Okay. But we are all on a gold mine, and that's how you have to start looking at it. It's like, wow, like we got all these people, and I guarantee you, most of those people, they're struggling. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't. I talk to people every single day that don't have a clue what they're doing. They don't have a clue. They've been struggling for years. I talked to someone the other day, 20 years in this industry, has never made a full-time income. Never made a full-time income in 20 years. How does that happen? That happens because you don't get the proper training and you're not coachable. That's how that happens. Because the truth of the matter is, when you do these simple things and you get out of your own way, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. I've been making a full-time income now for years. So it's not that difficult, but you think it is. Your mind is playing tricks on you. You have to, or you're doing this. You're looking for it to be easy. You're looking for the easy way. So what's taught in this mentoring program, you can click the link below to get started. You want to start what's called the G1000. That's going to get you into the mentoring. The mentoring is a bonus. But what's taught is you're going to learn how to believe, really, to focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. And you're going to learn very simple techniques that are proven over the ages to produce results, to produce income that's going to make a difference. We are in 2020 now, 2020. We are just about halfway through January of 2020. Isn't it? Haven't you given it enough time? Haven't you tried it long enough on your own? Haven't you struggled long enough to not want to anymore, to want to get ahead, or do you want to go a whole nother year banging your head against the wall, trying to figure it out on your own, only making tiny little income, watching other people make these huge checks, right? And going, what the hell is going on? Why can't I do it? I'm telling you why you can't do it. You don't have the training. You haven't learned a simple skill. Your mindset is playing tricks on you. Most likely, you're talking yourself out of sales. Most likely, you don't feel you bring any value to the table. These are the things that are messing you up because the people are there. The people have your money. You get money through providing value. How do you get value? You develop a skill. You develop a skill that solves other people's problems. How do you do that? You learn from someone who is getting the results you want to get. That's what I have for today. I hope you got value. I wish I could just, I wish I could just be like, hey, you know what? Because here's the thing. I know what you're thinking right now. You're full of crap. You're full of crap. You're trying to trick me. You're trying to take my money. And that's not the case at all. That's not the case at all. I'm trying to plug you into something that will change your life when you allow it to. Okay? That's what I'm trying to do. Am I saying I'm going to make you do that? Hell no. I'm directing you to my mentor who is going to help you get there. Will he do that on his own? No. You have to be the one teachable. You have to be the one coachable. But all this crap that people do that hangs them up, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. This isn't that difficult of an industry. It really isn't. Do you need to do paid marketing? No, you don't. Do you need to have capture pages and funnel systems? No, you don't. You don't. You don't need to worry about all that stuff right away. When you're first starting, you need a very simple skill that you can start using that will produce results for you. That's what you need. You don't need to be hung up trying to set up funnels. You don't need to learn how to, I have to go and learn how to write emails all the time. That will come in time. But get an income story. Get something that you can fall back on, right? And then people come, when they see you having success, they come. Success attracts more success. So that's what I'm saying here. You can like it. You can run around and think that, you know what? That program is old and it doesn't work, but there's more than enough proof to show it does work. Oh, well, I'm going to get in a new program that's better than that, and I'm going to kill it. Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. You do what you do, but that's what I got. This is live. I'm not making any of this stuff up. I'm just being as real as I can with you. I've been in this journey almost 8 years now. I've seen a lot of programs come and go. I've learned that it's not about the program. It's not about your product. It's about you. It's about the value you bring to the table. Simple as that. If you're not bringing any value, if people don't see you as someone that brings value, if people don't see you as someone that's going to help them solve their problem, they're not going to sign up with you. Doesn't matter the fancy sales funnel you have. Doesn't matter how much paid marketing you do. It doesn't matter. You have to be a person of value. And that's what you learn how to do in this program. Click the link below. Go ahead and get started. You have any questions, reach out to me. I'm a real guy. I'm more than happy. In fact, in less than an hour, I'm going to be doing a training. So I do daily live training, something I do just to offer support. Again, I am not the expert. I know enough to get you to full-time income. But when we talk in 6 figures, 7 figures and above, I am not the expert. I point you to the expert. But what I do is I offer support to help you. So maybe you have questions, maybe you need help with accountability. I do that, but I'm doing a private training with someone that I've been talking to that's been kind of, just needs an opportunity. And I'm going to give them an opportunity without any money. They don't have any money. I'm actually taking the time to show them the ropes and give them the opportunity. And the thing is, I put this message out a few days ago in my Facebook group and on my Facebook page, my business page. And I said, hey, you know what? Let's remove the barrier of not having any money and let me show you how to go create income even if you're hard up, even if you don't have that much. Let's eliminate that excuse and go out and make this happen. Because when you start getting, like I said, you get out of your own way, you stop making excuses, that's when things happen. And guess what? I had, I think, like 1 or 2 people message me. 1 or 2. I know 97% of people out there are struggling, not doing anything. 1 or 2. That is why so many people struggle. It's a human condition. People like to suffer. Simple as that. Okay. So hopefully you got value. Hopefully I didn't offend you too much. I'm really just trying to help. That's what I do. And with that, and I'm learning. I'm a student. That's what I do. I learn, I apply, and then I go teach what I learned. Okay. So hopefully you got some value. We're all sitting on a gold mine. It's time to go dig up that gold, right? And you need the skills to do it. So with that, make it a great day. See you on the next one.